I'm trying to get everything working. I'm trying to get everything working. I think I fucked up a... I have a floor that's fucked up and will read itself now. That's fine. I'm trying to figure that out later. Well, that's something for later. Hi, I'm back. I'm trying to boot things back up. I restarted my PC. I'm here now. Hi. It's very quiet because there's no game. There's nothing playing sound at all. But hi, welcome back. I hope the wait wasn't too long as I restarted my whole laptop. We're doing more sad things. Don't worry. We're doing more sad things, but I need to get something in the background because I don't want to sit in silence. I'm not gonna sit in silence for this. I need to open up something with music. There we go. Right, we got music. Now, anyway, now you get my fucking model back up. It shouldn't take too long. It's a few button presses for me. Oh god, what did I just resize? What is that? I just resized. I have no idea. And we're back. Alright. Are you ready for some sad times? Get your tissues ready or being sad now. We're gonna be sad. Get your tissues ready. Because it's time for... If you wonder what this is, if you're not aware, this is what we call... Right? This is the... Okay, so, spoilers ahead for Twofold, and also Twofold's, post story, Perfect Circle, that I kind of sped run a second ago. A few minutes ago. I love tits. A few minutes ago. So spoilers for that. If you want to play Twofold, or like want to do Perfect Circle yourself, go do that. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't spoil yourself, because we're about to go through the official Perfect Circle art book that released today, as by the way. This came out today, on Mother's Day. A very cruel thing to do. Releasing sad mom things on Mother's Day. Fuck y'all. Fuck you, Caps and Theo, but love you. This is, this is, the journal that, Adelaide, wrote for her daughter Millie. It's not just an art book. There's also some story to it as well. But this cover is the cover of the journal that Millie's mom, Adelaide, has started writing and partial co-writing with her daughter, Millie, as a child, to prepare her for when Adelaide dies from cancer, which we witness the end of. Witness the post-night of her passing earlier with the extra 8th scene called Perfect Circle in Perfect Circle. And so we have the art book. To those I love, the pages within are dedicated to you, my family, who I will love forever after. I have a lot of things planned for this journal, more than any I have written in the past. But no matter the I can't read. Size, a book always needs a page one. So here we are. A little secret, the very first thing I do is give them a name. It makes them easy to organize in my head, and give them a tiny bit of personality too, I think. Since this is going to belong to both of us, I think it'd be nice if we decided on a name together. I've written down some ideas. Circle whichever you like best, and we'll make it official. We've called Homestead, is what this is called. These are all the names of meteors. Meteorites. I think they all sound lovely, and I'll be happy with whatever you choose. When I saw the cover for this book at the store, I thought it was perfect, and I didn't think twice. A shooting star never lasts as long as everyone wants them to, but in that short time they carry countless wishes with them, even long after they're gone. I have so many wishes for you, from small things like wishing you to be happy, wishing you a happy birthday, to wishes for your happiness for every day. I won't be able to be too directly. I want this journal to be proof that these wishes and hopes will last forever, no matter how fleeting they may feel in the moment. Characters: Adelaide Clark, a woman who effortlessly touches the lives of everyone who she meets, no matter how fleeting her presence may be. The physically frail Adelaide is nevertheless capable of holding the worries and concerns of her loved ones. She's the first one of those those near her reach. I can't read. She's the first one those near her reach out to when they need a shoulder to cry on, and she's always eager to provide. She's not without fears of her own, however. Even when confronted with the worst news, and anyone could be given, it's the thought of leaving her family alone that shakes her to her core. Don't be afraid to cry. I've been crying a lot too, you know. I'll never be able to put into words how much I'm going to miss you. Words from Theo. The intent for Adelaide's first appearance was to make her look like she was glowing. So many of the CGs feature a bright smile, lights around her, a true vision of a happy, healthy woman. Surrounded by Mike and Charlie, she and her friends sharing an experience of pregnancy, her family was growing right before our eyes. As the story goes on, while there is a perpetual warmth to Adelaide, I tried to make her look more frail and sick. Her first outfit is a rather form-fitting dress, especially around her arms. As the story goes on, her clothes begin to drape around her frame more and more. More in her arms/wrists look rather bony, and her hair thins out significantly. I also tried to show it through her eyes looking more tired. The one unchanging aspect of her is her smile. Even in the final scene, her smile is accentuated by the dimples in her cheeks. We spoke a few times about Adelaide losing her hair throughout the story, but in the end, we opted to omit the idea of showing that visually. Her braid is also an integral part of Millie's memory of her, as Millie's memory of her that it was important for us to keep it. I cannot read English words. God dang it. Adelaide, this is caps. Adelaide as an idea existed for a long time, but didn't become a character until brainstorming thoughts with Theo. For Perfect Circle, despite this starting as a side project, working out the final details as the parents ended up helping out Twofold a great deal, allowing us to better understand why Adelaide was so as impactful to the main cast as she was. We ended up falling in love with her too. I can't read English words. Charlie Shifton. If asked to describe herself, Charlie would likely struggle to find anything noteworthy, simply being a single parent trying her best for those she cared about. Adelaide would describe her a little differently. She'd call Charlie her best friend, someone who she is so thankful for meeting every single day. Mike would call her ever reliable, always willing to lend an ear or another set of hands if she can. Caprice would say she's the coolest person in the world. If you're defined by the company you keep, there are fewer people more special than Charlie. Your Aunt Charlie means the world and more to me. I'm counting on you to watch over her for me, okay? Charlie has always been one of my most favorite characters ever, even before Perfect Circle started its development. Being a single parent, losing her best friend, raising and loving Millie, only for the events of Twofold to unfold the way they did. It's a lot of tragedy to her. But it feeling like she should always be at rock bottom. She's able to find a steady happiness in her life, and is comfortable where she is. Something I really admire about her. Her aquarium outfit in Perfect Circle specifically was designed to reflect this. Being baggier than what you see from Sam or later in Twofold, implying a pretty drastic weight loss, either from stress, money woes, or likely both. Even when she looks distressed in this scene, she always brightens up with ease when Caprice is with her. The first time I wrote Charlie was for scene 2, where Adelaide and Mike invite her to live with them. Originally, she came out like a Caprice 2 typical character, and some of that initial energy survived the final draft, which I chalk up to her being a bit younger and more bright-eyed. The events of the story remained the same throughout the drafts, though. Charlie's choice to parent alone felt like an important aspect of her character to me. Charlie is so aware of much her presence would impose on her best friend and her husband's new and incredibly special time in their life. She had her support system by her side, but still voluntarily took on a position of hardship, not only for the people she loves, but for herself. Caprice and Charlie's relationship is what it is because of that moment. Her decision to later on pursue a relationship with Mike is, as Caprice says, something she's only doing after sacrificing so much of herself for her children. That intention came through clearly in the story. Okay, I need to quickly dehydrate first before I continue reading the sad thing that is Perfect Circle art book. So I'm going to be right back and dehydrate in return with sadness in my heart. And we're back for sadness. All right, we're gonna next page time. All right, sorry. I'm really sad. I'm really annoyed that I have to fucking cut this VOD up because my laptop decided to end itself. Because I was trying to do something in the background when whatever. New song. We're doing to those I love. All this music in the background right now, all these songs are from the Echoes of Spring, also known as the Perfect Circle original OST. Original sound, well, great. Perfect Circle OST. Echoes of Spring. You can get this if you're interested. You can get this along with Perfect Circle, the free thing. Perfect Circle and the art book for $5. I should pin that. I should pin where you can get the fucking Perfect Circle. You know, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now, because that means... Get your own copy of Perfect Circle. Art book and OST at doop doop doop. Grab that. Pin the message. And pin it in the stream. There you go. Get your own copy of Perfect Circle, art book, and OST at that link. Go do it. Support the creators. Because all the money that all the proceeds for the Perfect Circle standalone goes to charity. Which charity all money made will be donated to the charity Palestine Children's Relief Fund. So you can pay $5 or more to get the art book and OST, or if you just want the Perfect Circle standalone game, that's free. But if you want some extra goodies, you can pay $5 or more to get the art book, which we're reading right now, and the OST, which you're kind of listening to right now. I say kind of because I'm playing the music through the Perfect Circle game, but I do have the OST. I just can't easily switch between the songs with the OST because jankiness of OBS and stuff and files. But anyways, we're listening to those I love. I managed to try it and find the joy on the list. And also, a thing I didn't forget to read. Can I get to it? I can't. Okay, cool. Give me a sec. Actually, we're gonna go back to the game real quick. Because there's something I didn't get to read. I didn't read this. I didn't get to read the little character bios that comes with that's in the pause menu. Adelaide, the sweetest, most wonderful person on earth. He's been sort of sick lately, but always finds the strength to hug Millie as tight as she can. Always. Millie's dad always has snacks ready whenever she gets home from school. He wants to open his own car shop one day, and even told Millie he'd teach her all about them if she wants. Oh no. Oh. You Santa. Or Dean Santa, because they all look like him. Millie really, really likes reading stories with her mom. She's been acting especially good this year because she plans to ask Santa for Kitty for Christmas. Olive's mom is extremely nice is extremely nice. Too nice. She looks tired all the time, but never takes a break. Olive hopes they can help her someday. Olive. There's nothing cool to say about Olive. They don't have any friends or anything like that. They just want to stay out of everyone's business and not bother them. Charlie, the coolest mom ever. She gets to hang out at the aquarium all day and knows everything about all the things that live there. Caprice thinks she worries too much though. Caprice loves drawing and otters and drawing otters. Her favorite thing is when Mom takes her to work with her because they can look at all the creatures together. Cal's grandpa isn't around all the time, but he likes it when he is. Sometimes they go to the park together to draw the ducks on the lake. Ariel. Auntie Ari runs the diner Olive's mom works at. She's funny and smiles a lot, and tells Olive secrets about how to hide her tips in Mom's purse. Sam. He stays at coloring. I think this is the same text from like from the perfect circle that was in Twofold, the game itself, but also some of these drawings are new. I think all these drawings are new. Yeah, all these are new drawings. Oh, that's cute. That's sad but cute. Yeah, I think all these are new drawings that we've never seen before. That's cute. That's so cute. That's so cute and also so sad at the same time. I think I have this put in the background as I continue going through the rest of the art book. That's gonna go. Okay, good. Okay.
Things I love about you. Your laugh, your hugs, the way you love me too.
I lower that for the background music for now. Just have that in the humming in the background. All right. Next person is August Penn. Olive's mom. Stuck alone between several difficult situations at once, August tries her best to constantly move forward, step after step, step after arduous step. August has an almost unbeatable amount of tenacity, but it wasn't always there. In fact, it's something she only recently discovered about herself, all for the sake of reaching the light at the end of the tunnel. So she walks on gently, holding hand of her reason why. She smiles through every tip and stumbles, doing her best to make happy memories, despite the circumstances while they travel alone together. Don't be afraid to reach out to others. It's never too late to make a friend. I made a new one just the other day, even. Unlike most of the characters in Twofold, August doesn't have a support network. Her hardships are a lot more immediate, a lot more visible. Olive grows up wishing to help their mom, because they've seen firsthand that no one else will. While Ariel exists in a pillar of support, she's still at August's employer. While it's not overtly explored, I intended to create a general feeling of being trapped while exploring August's character during Perfect Circle. She makes a promise to herself to go to college and graduate, yet doesn't go to work very often yet, because she's tasked with being a homesteader. Her design in scene 6 is meant to show her at her lowest point: messy hair that she doesn't have time to cut, tired eyes from not sleeping, and a very guarded and quiet demeanor. She defends her husband from Ariel, and to an extent from Olive, trying to minimize any situation that can be seen as uncomfortable. In the end, she still prioritizes finding a way to make Olive smile. In scene 7, she's doing better. She's looking healthier, brighter, and wearing her work uniform in the middle of the day to show that she's picking up more hours. It's a chance meeting with two women who listen patiently to August talk about her life while at the park with their children, that gives August the push she needs to formally file for divorce. At least that was the idea. It doesn't quite fit in the story itself, so consider this a secret. Artbook only extension of the scene. She goes through the story, struggling, and emerges from it one of the brightest, strongest people in the cast. I have a very soft spot in my heart for her. Things could have been a lot worse, and whatever inner strength she pulled from throughout her life is something to be envious of. In scene 7, though her appearance is brief, I hope it's clear that August sees the light at the end of the tunnel. In another universe, I think she, Charlie, and Adelaide would have grown to be very, very close. Her relationship with Olive is built on the same thing Caprice and Charlie have: a bond of mothers and doing everything they can to protect their children from harm, sometimes at their own expense.
But I remember the big things. Like when you were a baby, I used to sing to sleep.
Mike Clark.
Sometimes
Mike knows cars. He can easily navigate complex machinery with complete confidence and without much thought.
I remember your first
He's near at the point where he's slowly saving up to open his own shop.
put up on the tree.
A far cry from his life at home, where he's often psyching himself out or preparing and fretting about about every little thing.
Forgets him.
Doing well by his family is something that is always at the forefront of his mind, to the point where
I just hope
he's quick to stress about it, despite
big things.
Adelaide and Millie always being quick to express their love and affection towards him.
Remember my voice.
Despite his skills in dealing with both,
Used to say I
Mike still feels that while being a mechanic is second nature to him,
remember how tall I was.
being with his family is where he really excels.
You up and hug you.
If there's one thing that's helped me lately, it's knowing your dad will be here for you. We love you.
I miss her. I'm always scared of forgetting more about her. Sorry, I just need a few minutes alone.
All right. We love you, Millie.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I am. Thank you for letting me share part of her with you. I think I want to keep the rest to myself for now.
We'll be here if you need anything.
I know. Caprice?
Yeah?
Later, do you want to go visit her? Together?
You mean... yeah. That'd be nice.
And, do you think Charlie would want to come with?
I think she'd love to.
Back to being sad. Back to reading sad things. We're now listening to They'll Be Okay. Words I repeated to myself. Arguably one of the biggest contributions Perfect Circle made to Twofold's development was solidifying Mike's personality. We wanted all the parents to be likable and kind, but getting Mike's brand of that was sort of difficult. Watching him fumble and fret over every little thing, and how he initially pushed back on Adelaide's being direct with Millie about her cancer, but eventually relenting for the sake of being there to comfort them both really struck a chord and acted as a blueprint for his appearance in Twofold proper. His nervousness and desire to avoid confrontation even influenced Millie as well in the end. Oh, Mike, Charlie, and Adelaide's relationship wasn't challenged right, to be honest. The hardest part was hoping people could understand that the three genuinely loved each other. Yet Mike and Adelaide were in love in a way that Charlie loved too. The relationship with Charlie when they were young was so vastly different from his relationship with her by the time of Twofold rolls around. She was his soulmate's best friend, his confidant for all things romance, his friend in her own right too. But he loved Adelaide with his whole self, and Charlie understood because she loved Adelaide too, just in a different way. Mike's love for Charlie is not the all-consuming flame that it was for Adelaide. It's a warm, comfortable flame that the two have steadily built and cared for over the years. When they lost Adelaide, it was what helped them keep it together as essentially co-parenting for their children. None of the three expected something like this could happen. When Mike began to realize that Charlie is someone he'd like to spend his life with, it felt like such a natural step that it took him by surprise too. I'm not sure where I'm going here. I could probably write all about this complicated nuance of the relationship forever, but I have to, then I didn't portray it well. So I'll just end it here and say I hope the readers understand the love at the core of these three, and while the twofold conflict being centered on them was so incredibly compelling to write. No, we love Theo. We love Theo. We love Theo doing amazing work. Millie Clark. A little girl who meets every day with enthusiasm and joy. She's considered a delight to be around by everyone who knows her, thanks in no small part to her loving and supportive parents. Another thing most agree on is how unfair the grief she's been forced to endure at such an early age is. Even still, she does her best to put on a brave face, if only to honor her mom's earnest request to keep smiling and to cherish every moment together. She started the years with a single item on her Christmas list, a brand new kitten. Now the list she wrote up for Santa contains only a plea to help her mom get better. Santa hopes the kitten will be enough to make up for it. You've made every single one of my days better, just for being there. I hope you never forget how much you mean to me. As the children designs were a collaborative between Caps and I, Theo. For the most part, Caps would create their design from their hairstyle, outfits, and silhouette, and I'd add any additional details that I wanted. Millie was a little girl with parents who dote on her, who loves flowery dresses, who adores cats. Fun fact: her glasses case in scene 7 is decorated with cat stickers. Oh, I switched tenses. Ha 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 ha. Adding stars to her eyes was one of my personal choices. I can't tell you why I did it. I think it adds a little youthful effect, though. They were both in such developmental stages during Perfect Circle, and Caprice's astounding perception of Millie's relationship with grief only just beginning hopefully helps the audience understand a bit more of who they are as adults. For that reason, Millie seems a bit more immature than Caprice despite being a year older. It's a good thing. In the end, I think Millie had the thing every parent wished for their children to just be kids as long as possible. Looking at Twofold, there was a minor concern in the back of my mind when putting Perfect Circle together. While it focuses on all three families, having the Clarks feel front and center felt inevitable. Really, it was. How could it not be? Twofold from day one of development always put a big priority on making both paths feel equal, and in my mind, Perfect Circle threatened to disrupt the balance and shift it in Millie's favor. More than any other factor, this was the thing that gave me the most pause as to whether or not we should include or even create it. This story was extremely personal and important to me, though, so I pushed those thoughts down, and I'm so thankful I did. On top of allowing us to create something I consider truly special. This experience has also shifted my opinion on Twofold for the better. Worrying less about maintaining a delicate balance, instead creating what we think is best for their characters that we love so much. Aww. Poor Caps. Poor Caps. Poor Caps. This was I remember hearing about the whole like Adelaide proper Adelaide I don't know how to describe the thing, like the whole parents thing, like being extremely, like it says here, obviously it's just extremely personal, but like it was like really personal to Caps, and that he pushed and that's like what got him like really involved in the proper production running of Twofold and stuff, and that's That's heartwarming. It's sad. And it's so personal, but also like it's sorry. Caprice's fucking face just killed me. It's sad, but also it's lovely. It's heartwarming to see how much love and care was put into stories and characters and stuff, you know? I'm talking to no one. But fuck it. I'm here to cry and have a lovely time, a time that exists with Caprice being hilarious with her faces and stuff. I'm gonna grab a mint real quick to try to my throat. Give me a mint real quick. Give me back a mint. Mentos. I'm consuming Mentos. Caprice Shifton. Even at such a young age, Caprice is a girl who really draws others to her and always tries her best to lift them as high as her little arms can. Those who she loves most and holds the closest. Her amazing mom and her bestest friend. Sorry. Let me go with that. Her amazing mom and
My bestest friend.
that should I can open. Yeah, it is. You heard that. We're good. Hi, Thea. Her bestest friend. Are often stressed or sad nowadays and leading her to becoming surprisingly perceptive, all for the sake of helping them to smile when they need it most. Well, she may struggle with really understanding why people may need cheering up. She's always the first to try to be the one to do so regardless. Millie's been coming over for sleepovers a lot lately, and Caprice always has a drawing she made just for her every time she stays the night. Hold Caprice close, okay? Hold Caprice close, okay? She'll do the same for you. You two are so lucky to have each other, and I hope that stays true forever. Caprice's perfect circle looks were a lot of fun design and worked out with Theo. Oh yeah. The first thing we both agreed on was her hat. Where's her hair? Her hat. Her hair had to be fluffy beyond reason. Hell yeah. We gave her an oversized bucket hat for the first step. Then made it sure it was filled out and then some. I'm trying on Mentos right now. Sorry. Unfortunately, that happened after that obvious box was ticked. It was a bit more serious. We went into a little bit of visual storytelling for Charlie's struggle through Caprice. It was head to toe in items you'd expect to find in the aquarium gift shop. Reading it as simply her being enamored is fair enough. An intention behind this choice was to imply Charlie relied on things such as employee discounts and gifts, whenever she could, to make up for her money woes in other areas. Bree still wears aquarium merch in Twofold, though. This time it's entirely due to personal choice. Bree's POV was my favorite to write. It's a shame she only has one. I thought, well, I can't fucking read. That's a comma. Bree's POV was my favorite to write. It's a shame she only had one, I thought. So that's why she gets another in the full release book. Fuck! I already said what that. Fuck! God damn you, Theo. It's really interesting to me to envision her so young and yet so heartbrokenly insightful about her mom's struggles. Where Olive is in a much more constantly stressful situation, and their outlook is a result of that, I think Caprice was born initially curious. She knows her mom doesn't eat lunch most days, so she saves some extra milkshake. She doesn't understand why her mom gets sad when they talk about certain things, but she knows that she can make her smile if if she smiles first. I lost my place in the fucking paragraph. Of course, she's still a kid, so her ideas aren't fully developed. And I think her voice comes across as very stream of consciousness. This carries into adulthood, I think. As a situation-oriented person who prioritizes comfort and happiness, it's part of the rift between her and Millie when they get older. As kids, though, it's the exact kind of sister Millie needed. Alright, next song. It's good luck, isn't it? The matching sweaters were your dad's idea. Olive pen. Olive doesn't feel well at school. Oh, I have Mentos stuck in my teeth. Lovely. Olive doesn't feel well at school. They know mom is at home, taking this rare chance to study her own school work. Olive knows this is something she wants and desperately doesn't want to call home. But the teacher insists. 15 minutes later, mom is there. The books are put down for the day, and she spends the rest of the afternoon by Olive's side. It's time for mom to go to work. Dad gets home, grumbles about how tired he is, and asks to be woken up for dinner. Mom stays home to continue caring for Olive. Even now, Olive thinks they owe the world to mom. How unfair it is that no one else seems to think the same way. This is who Olive decides they have to be. One of my favorite things about you is how much you love those around you. Never lose this part of yourself. There's something cool to say about... I can't even finish. I can't even finish that sentence. I hope everyone read their voice letter text. I did. And shattered into a million pieces. I did. Like I did. Thanks, Caps. Thanks, Caps. Thanks, Caps. Thanks, Caps, for the fucking... There's nothing cool about Olive. They don't have anything for anything. Fuck you, Caps. Fuck you. Thanks, Caps. Oh, there goes the game. I have the game open in the background for music. Lol. There goes the game. I need to open the game again. I need to open the game for background music. It's a lovely time to be alive. Oh, 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 whoa, spoilers. Ayo. Spoilers! Thanks, Caps! Olive was a really sad kid. It was really hard for me to write. As something that doesn't outwardly affect them anymore. Their relationship with their parents' rocky marriage is sort of treated as background flavor for Olive and Twofold. That said, I think it frames how August became their source of strength really well. August worked really hard to give Olive a good life as a struggling single parent, aware that her divorce from Olive's father, which thrust them into economic instability and all the stress that comes with that. Seeing her little Ollie so sad all the time really pushed her to create memories and experiences that they could remember. She really did treasure each and every smile she earned from them. On that end, I hope you all felt the same relief seeing Olive play with Caprice and Millie in Scene 7 that I think August did. Because we're in Olive's shoes and Olive Twofold, it can be easy to forget that they were still just a kid once, deserving of silly joys and playing in a park without a care in the world. We all were. Aw, I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. Okay, time for Cass's paragraph. Now, let's see how he murders us. You've likely noticed that this is the only main character page that doesn't have a little concept sketch. It doesn't. They have a little concept sketch accompanying it. The truth is, Olive was surprisingly easy to nail down to the point where Theo just started drawing. Just started drawing the CGs for scene 6 and 7 without really concepting any of it first. Hell yeah! Pop off, Theo. Pop the fuck off. Hell yeah. Oh, give me a second. My friend sent me something. Sorry. My friend sent me an image of their cosplay in progress. Hell yeah. Anyways, back to being sad. Back to being sad, TM. Even though the backstory was only kind of glazed over in Twofold, as per Theo's commentary, we still have a good idea of all the major beats that defined their childhood. In relationship with August, having this firm of a grasp on the character made it really easy to visualize them. A kid who was forcing themselves to grow up fast and is already withdrawing into a shell at such a young age. It's tragic. Having them all bundled up was such a natural choice. In contrast, scene 7 featuring an Olive that wore more comfortable clothing and crucially had gotten their glasses. Though they don't remember this meeting with Caprice and Millie, I really like the idea of this scene being a momentary glimpse of Olive's true self. That of a regular kid. Could just enjoy living in a moment for a time and relaxing around friends. The fact that Olive looks relatively similar to their Twofold appearance here feels oddly sweet with that intent in mind. Aww. That's cute. That's a... what the fuck? That's... I'm gonna strangle you too. I'm gonna strangle y'all affectionately. Sidecast! You have to be close family to leave a positive impact on another person. The kindly diner owner who uses her position to do right by those who need the kind of help she can offer. The distant grandfather who is making the effort to do better at maintaining this relationship. The aquarium employee who is eager to lend a hand in small ways every now and then. People like this may come and go, but they all stand out by their willingness to try and make the lives of others just a little easier. The best thing you can do is try to leave things better than how you found them. Offer to help. Take a few minutes to listen. Even just giving a compliment can make someone's day. The sidecast of Perfect Circle is small and their impact varies, but I think we do just enough to flesh out the world these characters inhabit. He has a tiny handful of lines, but the smallest kindness Sam shows in scene 4 has a lot of value in establishing Charlie's current situation. Say nothing of Ariel and Cal, who has even larger parts in their respective scenes. These three fleshed out the world of Perfect Circle more. Kids live in a world removed from their parents to an extent, and these characters not showing up in Twofold proper is evidence of that. It's also evidence of story and asset limitations. Ariel gave context to August. They weren't especially close, but Ariel served as a matriarchal figure for August, a source of support financially and emotionally, when able to. The line in her voice description about her sneaking tips into August's purse was intended to give the sense that she, at the very least, understood the difficulties of August's former marriage. I don't think August vented about much. Rather, Ariel herself is a single woman, with her own life story and familiarity with the experience. I think she took great pride in being able to help in any small way, in great pain that couldn't do more. Cal gave context to Charlie. Her presence in her life being small was twofold. There you go. I said the thing. They said the thing. Theo said the thing. Woo! It's just that Charlie has a family outside of her friends, and it shows that sometimes that relationship can be a lot more complex than a simple like and dislike. They lost touch, and Charlie's surprise pregnancy was definitely something that Cal wasn't immediately happy about, but she wanted to do right by both her and Charlie's mother. When Caprice is born, I think the relationship became a more comfortable and understanding one. In the original draft of Twofold, he was a lot more prominent of a character. I'm happy with how he ended up, though, since it felt his relationship with Charlie didn't need much explanation. As for Sam, well, he thinks at coloring. He thinks at coloring. He sure does. How come you never changed your hair like Aunt Charlie? Oh, that's a fun question. Did you know my hair actually used to be a lot shorter? About how long Aunt Charlie's is now? When we were getting ready for you, it started growing a lot faster than I could keep up with. To tell you the truth, I just decided on a braid because I was tired of getting it cut all the time. I couldn't imagine not having it now, though. In a way, it's reminding me of you. It looks really pretty on you. Thank you. I can teach you how to braid your hair, too, if you'd like. Yay! It's a promise, then. Don't be afraid to bring it up if I take too long. So I can't read, I have a hard time reading cursive, but I'm powering through my ability to read cursive. I'm trying real hard. Ooh, wait, scene tested. Perfect circle. Oh my god. Event art 1. Event art scene 1. These exist in a completely different version of scene 1 done in a completely different art style. I made it way being an I made way even I made it way even being way before being an official Twofold CG artist. Back then, I was just planning on doing the sketches for Twofold CGs and nothing else. No writing, no coloring, no lining. It was such a different time. I fully committed to doing animated line art for each and every CG. Well, time really constricted that idea because by the time Twofold's art was done, we only had about a month to fully finish Perfect Circle. 1 month for checks folder, 99 images. The grind was real. But to be honest, it never felt like a crunch. I took the time constraints and overall feeling of Perfect Circle into account when creating this visual identity. Visual identity CGI-wise, I can't fucking read still. Which luckily, for the UI purposes, was pretty close to the first test. Your community watercolor. I like it. This is cute. This is lovely. This is adorable. But also the end product, the final product was also hella lovely. I love the coloring. Love it all. A huge time saver for Perfect Circle was more cinematic style. By doing more close-up shots, such as focusing on Charlie's bracelet, or August's to-go box, or characters' hands, we filled out more space per scene, with a smaller amount of art. It was more like doing cut-in art than a full CG. The second is the rendering. I used a pencil brush rather than a solid pen. I adore using texture edges, and they make me feel less stressed about making sure every edge was clean. There's quite a few CGs with messier liner, and I was okay with that. The colors themselves were also mostly flat. I laid down base colors first, then used a plain watercolor brush to build on values in one layer. I touched it all up with handmade white edges. That again helped sell some of the less rendered parts of the drawing, and called it a day. A background for me. I guess this was more of an art tutorial than a comment anyway. This is the art tutorial. Anyway, the art got done with more than enough time to also create the credits video. When I took our old idea of animated outlines and transferred it into sticky notes, it allowed us to get additional storytelling done through the credits, which is, as you can also tell by Twofold's credit sequence, was something we both really cared about. Oh god, keeping up with the voices can be so difficult, but I'm here for it. I'm here for attempting to mimic voices that I cannot mimic because my voice has limitations, but I'm still here for it. I'm here for the sillies. Scene 2 is such a breath of fresh air. It's Adelaide's first time on screen. We see her vibrant and beautiful, glowing as she's surrounded by her loved ones. I always think Mike really gets to shine here. I tried to make the expressions a little sillier than usual, a bit more emotive, to show how mundane and joyful these little dinners are to them. Eating together, a thing that comes up a lot in Twofold, and Millie's route especially, as Charlie, Mike, and Caprice constantly asking Millie to join them. Adelaide and Charlie, whispering to each other, is one of my favorite CGs in this bit because of how cute it is. They're
My bestest friend.
for sure. I could tell you so many stories, but from before you were born. You scared your dad more than once. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so they're so cute. I know I looked at it earlier, but still, they're so cute. If they ever do end up making it, I don't plan on making the physical, but if they ever do make a physical of this, I would buy it. I'd buy it. I'd buy a physical. I'd be down for buying a physical of this. It'd be awesome. But I'm happy with having the digital for now. Scene 3. Oh, Caps, we're back. Caps is back. James' work on the soundtrack is so strong all around, but the track of Scene 3 is so cool. I really... Wait, Scene 3. Where is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one? No. 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 I don't remember which one it is. So we're gonna go jump into Scene 3. We're jumping into Scene 3.
It's
Oh, it's song. So I was already playing the song. I was already playing the song for Scene 3. Whoopsies, awkward. I was already playing the song for Scene 3 because it was just in the background. I'm dumb. Anyways, it's so cool. I really like how it sounds both festive and far away, matching the overall tone of Perfect Circle, feeling sort of nostalgic. Calmersy played a larger. Read any part of. Read any part of Twofold itself in Perfect Circle was written before this eventual cut. We debated cutting him from Perfect Circle as well, given this fact, but I'm actually pretty happy with this inclusion. I really like fleshing out the lives of those characters, even if not every aspect ends up being relative in the core story. Concept art for Cal. Old man. Old man! He's old! He's old! He's old man. Aww. Shit's cute. Shit's cute. Scene 4. I had a lot of fun drawing Caprice and Charlie here. I worked off of the original designs that Caprice made. Caps made, not Caprice. Lol, imagine that'd be weird. Caps made, keeping the overall silhouettes they had while adding my own touches. The retro version of the uniform is one of my favorite details that they added, showing how the aquarium's design itself has changed over the years. Caprice's expressions were also super fun to do. So I hope Scene 4 serves well as a breath of fresh air for Perfect Circle's tone. This one. This expression right here. That's a good expression. Can you use my cursor? You can. Okay, good. This expression. Top tier. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love this one. Working on Perfect Circle's story and themes, I was really adamant that we should focus on making it a nice reward for the players and not make it too sad. When I started writing it, I ignored my own and I see. I see. I took my own advice and sort of followed the natural flow of the story. I think it was shown in Scene 5, and I think I was shown Scene 5 in a bottle at the start of development. I would have said something like, Theo, this isn't a good ending of for the players. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I'm really happy that we didn't fight what worked best for the story. Maybe it sounds bad that I didn't follow my own design advice, but overall, it seems like most people appreciate Perfect Circle for what it is too. I'm really happy. It should be too sad. You were saying, Theo? I didn't follow my own advice. I see. That explains why it's so sad. I see. That explains why it's so sad. You weren't following your advice, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a good kind of sad, I guess. It's a good kind of. It's like, you know, you can't. Like your priest needs to learn eventually. You can't sugarcoat everything. You gotta face the sad eventually. You can't just push it all away. It's not healthy. It's not good for anyone involved at all. Scene 6. I think I spoke about everything I needed to do in August's character page for this one. So, in a lighter note, I think seeing Olive smile at the end of the scene is really a big payoff for me. They're sort of grumpy the whole time, so when they finally crack and grin at the thought of going to the zoo with their mom, I hope the reader feels as relieved as August is in that moment. They're so cute. Look at them. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. We love the baby. The good baby. Good baby. Good baby. Scene 7. Thanks so much for playing Perfect Circle. The ending credit video took more time than I thought it would, and took a lot of re-rendering to make perfect. There's still quite a bit I wish I had time to implement, or change, or add. But that's how life is. If you keep working on one thing forever, you can never move on to the next. That said, I'm writing this because finishing up all my work from the standalone, so I'm a hypocrite. I'm going to implement and change and add a few more things. Here's to future me, future Caps, future James, future Scion, and which we love so much. Thanks for keeping... You added things? Fuck, maybe I should actually look the credits that we played background. Fuck, I'll go back to that. I'll go back for that later on my own time. Experience yourself. Go get Purple Circle. You can play Purple Circle standalone game for free, but if you want the art book and OST, pay $5 or more. Finally, go do it. Use the link and pinned. Go do it. It's good. Twofold Pog. Also, all proceeds go to charity. Thumbs up. Every pointed shard. Scene 8. I'm writing this before finishing the art for this one. Final scene. For this story, I really wanted to show a tiny glimpse of what happened after. It's sort of a weird order to put it in since Purple Circle is mostly chronologically and the last scene ends up a post-credits where the characters are adults, but it feels more important to me that you see it after the credits. I wrote it way after Twofold's voice acting was completed, which is part of why it doesn't feature any dialogue. Still, the music is perfect for it, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. It's... music's good. The art's... Back to Adelaide time. Scrapbooking is one of my favorite hobbies, I guess. I guess this journal makes that obvious, huh? I tell your dad you have my permission to look through any of the ones you may find on the shelves. I'm proud of each one. Don't feel obligated, but if you ever want to give it a try, I've got some tips for you. Here are the tips for scrapbooking. Never throw anything away. Scrapbooks are all about collecting small moments, so don't worry about the quality of the things you're including. I have books lined with doodles I drew in the margins of my school notebooks on small writing, small ad writing excerpts. I find a little embarrassing now. Still, I'm glad I had them. Make it fun! One of my favorite things about scrapbooking is that they can be so much more than setting, or something you pick up at a library. I love including tabs and pockets and folds, adding little things you can interact with and touch. Can really help make the memories stick out in your mind better, I think. Embrace imperfection. Be messy! If you misspell a word, it's okay. It's okay to leave it as is. Even better, scribble it out and keep on going. Don't stress about creases. I'm sorry. Don't stress about creases you can't get out. Tearing a page or even staining it. With an accident or drink spill. All these things only help show the love and memories you put to paper. Even if you don't end up making one yourself, I hope you enjoy going through the ones I'm leaving to you. There's so much I want to share with you, so I'm glad we can get to have this journal together. Creases, tears, rips, and stains. The signs of love and memories made. Ow. My heart. My poor little heart. Logo designs, perfect circle. Oh. These are very fun. These are fun. These are fun little things. Fun little designs. They're all. I love them. They're all cool. This is black one. This one's. I like this one. This is cool. Most of the final two, these ones, they're perfect as well. They're great. Oh, it's the colors of Caprice, Olive, and Millie. I just realized that. I should read this at some point. I should read this right now. I should read this, but I'm also like, it's so cool. I like it. That's. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't Olive. Maybe no. Like, it's cool though. I like it. Okay, let's recap this excerpt. No! Graphic design is my passion. The foundation of Perfect Circle's logo exists as early as the first draft, but it took a lot of refining before I was happy with it. Twofold uses a naming convention that incorporates the number into the game. The title, First Snow, Twofold, etc. And Perfect Circle was given the number 0. It was difficult to come up with a name that includes the word. That didn't sound dire and depressing though, so the idea was to reflect the number in the logo instead. Having the shooting star from Adelaide's journal, throwing a slash through a circle. This was the first idea proposed. It was accepted as is. This one I think? One of these two. Even though I always felt that it felt kind of sloppy and overly busy. So every few months, whenever Theo and I had time to chip away at the project, I'd almost always bring a more refined logo to the table. The design was the larger star. This one, I think. Oh, though it is the okay. This is the first one. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. I didn't see that. Yeah, it's right. There's a shooting star right there. Tiny. Design with the larger star stuck for the longest amount of time, but while revisiting the last couple scenes, the idea for the near final logo, where the shooting star's trail cuts the outer red ring, came to me. This one. I pitched this idea, and it actually got a little bit of pushback, which surprised me. I have a bad habit of reiterating on things already deemed finalized, so I think it was partially just due to wanting me to stop and finally just be satisfied with something. Anyway, after refining the design and stripping of some unnecessary elements, it was finally approved, and this was the logo that made into the final scene. Anyway, more revisions. Lol. Don't mind me, just more revisions. Being a little silly. User interface. I actually had this UI pretty much finalized before Twofold came out. Unfortunately, due to the time constraints, we were forced to leave it behind and instead just recolored/restyled Twofold's base UI for the game's release. I'm really happy this ended up getting a second lease on life. It's really nice. I like it. An idea I really liked was including little bits of advice or insight as flavor in. Let me change the song. Advice, insight, flavor in as many places as I could to thematically tie the UI into Adelaide's journal. We did this in Twofold via the scene's descriptions, but I wanted to push it into other elements in the standalone release. Did your heart break reading those character descriptions? Mine did! Thanks, Taps! Thanks, Caps! A pristine book is such a waste. We're listening to Leaving Footsteps, also by James J. The flavor text in question is a pristine book is such a waste. I didn't have to code in the text bubble's positioning. And for that, I think there's some sort of there's some sort of being looking out for me. Can you imagine having to painstakingly choose every location for every bubble of dialogue, narration, background, and cleaning it out as needed? What kind of person would subject themselves to that? I did have to code in the functionality, but that was really satisfying, so no complaints there. I had to code in the text box positioning. Caps, I had to code in the text box positioning. R.I.P. Caps. One of the earliest iterations of PC Scene Select, the general idea was recycled for the Twofold release, even if the style is entirely different. Oh. Interesting. I don't think I'm a super picky person, but I think Perfect Circle's UI had Caps and I at odds more often than usual. It's perfect as is. Stop changing it over and over. Do you think we should do X instead of this? X instead of O? Maybe we should lock the font instead of having it variable. Set out of dwindling sanity when the text wouldn't line up correctly. Stop changing it! I think it came out perfect though, as much as I hate to admit it. Every iteration brought us closer to the final aesthetic, and I think Perfect Circle's feel is as much influenced by the UI as it is the art, story, and writing. Definitely one of the most cohesive titles I've ever had the joy of working on. Aw, look at that. That's cute. I can't believe you're... I have to look closely because I can't read my cursor. It's so tiny. I can't believe you're starting high school already. How are you feeling? Excited? Nervous? I remember being both. Either way, I hope your first semester is full of fun, memories, and experiences. I'll check back in on you next page. Here's a fun story. Here's a fun story for my first few months of high school. How I met your aunt, Charlie, feel free to skip ahead if she's told you this already. We shared a history class together. We both sat near the back, but didn't really talk with each other. For a couple months, sorry, to bring my water. That eventually changed, though. Thanks to the dreaded group project, the teacher split us up into pairs and threw Charlie and I together. As for the project, I can't really remember what the topic was. All I need to know is that we were assigned page numbers out of the textbook to do our project on. This was a little weird since our teacher was a pretty firm believer in the power of a documentary. But we needed to use the textbook at some point. She agreed to put the visual board together if I wrote the essay portion. We kept in touch just to keep each other accountable, you know? But we never really spoke about the project at length. The day before the project was due, we brought our work into school to double check each other's work. Imagine both of our faces when we revealed we had made presentations on 2 different subjects. It turns out the school library had given her an outdated edition of the textbook, and she simply hadn't noticed since it wasn't really necessary until now. If I was stressed, poor Charlie was out of her mind with panic. We didn't have any time to spare by worrying, though, so I remember running right to the store as soon as school was over and dragging her with me to get things for a brand new board. We spent hours trying to make a new one, and I ended up calling my parents around different dinner time to ask to spend the night just to finish it. Oh god, I'm being fucking bombarded with Discord messages. Oh my, because I've not been moving my mouse at all. I've been tapped out of everything. Sorry. My phone's going crazy. It was my first time. Oh, it's really just rock. Oh, imagine if someone. Sorry. That's crazy. Anyways. Read Discord for doing a quick Discord break because I look at Discord channel. And the first time having a sleepover at a friend's house. We were definitely both focused on getting the assignment done, but we ended up having a lot of fun that night too. Her mom had ordered pizza, and we had a lot of time for small talk while we were cutting out pictures and giving fun facts on the board. Living farm facts on the board. We pulled an all-nighter, but we made it in time. It was the happiest I've ever been with a... Charlie. We put an all-nighter, but we made it on time. It was the happiest I've ever been with a beat. Charlie ended up being the best thing I took from high school. I hope you all find a friend or two over the next few years. That means a lot to you too. Is that supposed to be a... I think that's a B, and I'm confused. But that's fine. Class of class 24 examples. Oh yeah. I gotta zoom into my. I gotta lean into my monitor to see what's happening. Gotta go enjoy the novel. Bye, Ko. Don't cry too. Bye, Ko. Next time, bye. Time for sad story. Time for sad short stories. Short stories. Camellia. Hey Adelaide, happy birthday! I brought you some flowers. Your favorite. Here's a new batch. I think the lady said they're called camellias? Oh, sorry. I'm no good at with plants. I got them because they reminded me of you. I was thinking about your 20th birthday. We just started dating and I was really trying to impress you, so... Oh, this is Mike. We just started dating and I was really trying to impress you, so I surprised you with a trip to the butterfly garden. Remember that? Well, the joke was on me. You cut your hair short the day before and I'm pretty sure my heart stopped. I told you it was just allergies, but honestly, I completely fell for you. Cheesy, I know, but if you're out there smiling somewhere calling me a dork, I'd say it's a win. Anyway, the camellias. Camellias. The pink rosy flower here. They were everywhere. They were everywhere. He plucked one out of a bush when the attendant wasn't looking and gave it to me. Then he turned around and yelled at me for ruining the bushes. You're trying so hard not to laugh, and you grabbed onto my arm and just stood there shaking. I tried to save it when I got home, but like I said, no with plants. When they released the butterflies, we held hands. At first, you flinched every time one got close. It was really cute, to be honest. Then you close your eyes tight. I wasn't really looking at the butterflies much, just you. when one landed on your forehead. I told you not to move, so you didn't scare it. You tried to. You tried. You tried to. I can't read. You opened your eyes so slowly and you squeezed your hand so tightly it hurt. My hand so tightly it hurt. Then it just, I don't know, clicked. You just a little smile on your face, one that shows your dimples, and you asked me to describe the color of the butterfly's wings. So I did, and by the end of it, you were giggling. You gave it a name, and you said it must be good luck. I knew then that I'd marry you someday. So, yeah. Camellias. I hope you're resting well. I miss you, and I love you always. Me, Mo. Me, Mo. It's dark. The ground below me is hard, but smells good and tastes better. I take another pebble into my mouth as muffled sounds from outside barely make their way to me. We've got one more gift for you. This one's from Santa. This one's from Santa. It's for Millie. But he told the three of us how good both of you have been, so he really wants you to share it, okay? I recognize the voice. Nice lady who visited my cage a few days ago. And then again, last night, when the man who was with her brought me here. I'm worried of it out there too. She spoke to me directly before. I'm counting on you to be there for her. I don't know what that means. Quick footsteps interrupt my snack, but only for a second. Aid, it's in your room. Oh, there he is. Aid, it's in your room. It's in our room. Oh, there he is. What do you mean? Didn't we keep the door closed? They talk a bit quieter now. I don't really make it out. 3 more times in a row, and 3 more times in now, and then I don't recognize any of them. Well, the good news is it has to be here somewhere. Do you want to head back upstairs, Mike? I'll take a look around down here. One of the 3 I can't place. She sounds a little stressed out. All of them do. I suddenly wish them the best as I try to undo myself by taking 2 pieces into my mouth this time. I'll do myself. They debate back and forth a little bit more. How would it even make it its way downstairs? It's probably still in the room. It has to be, right? One of the smaller voices asks if everything is okay. The kind of lady says that Dad just misplaced the gift, and everything is fine. The funny soon, the man named Dad doesn't argue as I hear his footsteps disappear above me. Good luck to him. Aw, me, Mo. Fucking adorable. I hope so. The lady I recognize says, there's some struggle on the last word, like there was... Oh, Pog! She's pogging! Like there was last night, when she stood up to meet me with her wooden stick. She's quickly interrupted by the others, though. No, you shouldn't spend time with the girls. No, you should spend time with the girls. Take a rest and let me handle it. Her footsteps go faint for a little bit, even louder. They're not that far away from me now. Anyway, crunch, chew. The footsteps stop. The silence is broken by the squeaking door from outside. Some stuff sounds spoken by squeaking shows outside. I read the sound from when I pushed it open this morning. The darkness that I've been living in all morning gives way to a blinding light. Everything feels blurry, but my eyes eventually dust as I look upward. How on earth? Another lady. This one's hair is a lot messier than the others. She picked me up, but not before I get one last bite of my treat. Found him! I hear the night lady strain a little as she starts to head to her feet. 2 pairs of tiny footsteps follow close behind her. Finally, I can hear Dad practically fall down from above with one final thud. While the three older ones look more relieved with anything, the two girls are staring up at me with stars in their eyes. Just name. The one with glasses said, asked the one with glasses. Santa says he'd leave that to you. Any ideas? Replies the lady. Oh, hello, Mr. Mo. He seems like a Mo to me. The little girl, the other little girl, the littlest girl suggests, I'm saying, starting to realize they've been talking about me. Oops. I like that. That settles it. That's settled. Mr. Mo it is. Mom's coffee. Oh, fuck! Recipes? Ayo, recipes? Ayo, recipes? Ayo. Mom's coffee. I don't really like coffee, but there's one way I like it. Charlie's mom made it for me one time, and I've never gone back. So thanks, Grandma Leah, for this one. Charlie says it doesn't count as coffee, but I'm fine with that. It's even better. One spoonful of instant coffee and sugar, 2 spoonfuls of sugar in a mug. Add a tiny bit of hot water from the sink and stir. Super fast. It should look like a paste. Lick the spoon for good luck. Fill the mug with milk, stirring. Microwave 2 minutes and enjoy. Interesting way of having coffee. Chocolate chip bars. It's not technically a cookie, cake, at least not the kind you'd find in a supermarket, but that's what makes it special. You'll need 1 small bag of semi-sweet chocolate chip, 1/2 cup of white sugar, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, packet, 2 large eggs, vanilla, a sprinkle of salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, measure properly, do it, 2 cups flour, sift the flour spelled like the plant, don't know why, 1 cup softened butter. Measure the chocolate chips and vanilla with your heart. For the vanilla, I usually fill up the cap of the vanilla extract 3 times for reference. Grease a 9x13 pan and preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, I assume. Get your dry ingredients ready in the big bowl. Beat butter and sugar together. I use a fork, but apparently hand mixers are handy. I don't like how loud they are, though. Add egg 1 at a time to the bowl and vanilla. Beat until well mixed. Slowly add dry ingredients to the bowl 2 to 3 times until blended. Add chocolate chips. Bake about 13 to 14 minutes. If it's too wet, keep it longer. Check the center of the bars with a toothpick and pull out once it comes out clean. Imagine, it'd be crazy. I doubt I wouldn't be able to do this. At least if I could, I don't know how I'd be able to do it. But imagine baking these and bring them to off. Imagine, that'd be crazy. I definitely can't do that because I don't have the baking capabilities to do that. But that'd be crazy if you baked these and gave them to and had them at Off-Kite Expo. where Secret In-Law is has a booth. That'd be fun. The game crashed again. I opened it twice by accident. Whoops. I have 3 Discord pings. Why? Okay, I need to go dehydrate real quick, so I'm gonna go be right back, and then we're gonna... I don't know how much left we have in this, art book, but we're gonna do the rest of it after I get back. No matter how long it is. I return. Hello. Alright. How much we have left? I don't know. We're gonna go on through it. Additional art! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is adorable. What the fuck? A lot of perfect circle was... I lost the voice. Oh, I should have got water. Fuck. I grab my water real quick before I continue. Sorry! I didn't think about it. I need to grab my water. I need to go grab my water. I need to grab my water. I need to grab my water. Hold on. Yeah, we're back. Sorry. I had to get more water, because, I forgot. I didn't realize. I actually didn't realize. I didn't realize how much I decided to have the higher pitch voice for this thing. Which, I really should have thought about ahead of time. Because... I love doing voices, but also it's to my own detriment to my own fucking throat. It's fucking funny. a lot of Perfect Circle was concepted while I had an office job. Since I didn't have a lot of desk space, and a notebook would have been too conspicuous anyway, I did a lot of doodling and ideas on a sticky note pad. I used this part of the game's history to help me with the eventual credits video. showing the animation on sticky notes. I have some of them saved still, and others have been sent off as mementos to Caps. There's something really nice about having a pad of paper, and embracing every little mistake. Let's look up them real quick. Oh, it's Adelaide, and there's Charlie, and Adelaide. The Caps face. Miss Shifton, what's your favorite exhibit? Goldfish. I can't tell them. They'll get jealous of the goldfish. The goldfish something. I can't read what that word is because it's too small for me. I can't read for shit. But that is fine. It's a little unconventional, but some of Perfect Circle's initially it's a little unconventional, but most of Perfect Circle's initiating happened via these little doodles. Almost every day, Theo would have a new batch to share, and we'd pick and choose outfits and scenarios from the various pieces. Getting a new pile of sticky notes was the highlight of my day for a while. The ones Theo ended up mailing to me are some of my favorite pieces of Twofold memorabilia that I own. Much like with Twofold itself, I feel like I could explore this period of time of these characters forever, and a lot of that is thanks to these little windows into their lives. Oh my god! Look at her! She's funny! She's a little silly! Oh no. Oh no. Cease. Sorry. Anyways, let's not get too distracted. Much like Perfect Circle itself, the key visual started as more of a vague idea that sort of developed as I went. I didn't consciously think of anything that as I drew it. And the first composition I drew ended up being the one I went with for the stand-alone version. Fuck you. I forgot about that pun. I forgot that was the pun. That was one of the puns in the fucking stand-alone. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Shook. Standalone version. As I rendered it out, I lowered the opacity of Adelaide slightly to give the effect of being passed already on a whim. The variation of Millie, Olive, and Caprice came about when Cap suggested making the title Stand Alone versus Stand Alone and creating a separate version. At first, it was going to be just Millie by herself. Then we talked about it more, and the walk together idea sort of came naturally. I like how the idea of walking side by side with your loved ones is so prevalent in Twofold. Like the picture gives a healthy dose of grief and love in equal parts. Just like I hope Perfect Circle did. Comparing the sticky notes, there actually wasn't much digital planning when it came to art assets, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. A couple of my favorites include ideas for Caprice's outfits and a CG sketch for Scene 4. Aww. Aw, look at her hair, so fluffy. You've got Mother's Day quickly became my favorite. Using the Perfect Circle designs for holidays and the like is super inspiring for me. I love to imagine how their childhoods were shaped by the little moments of celebration. We got winter, we got Halloween, we got winter, we got Mother's Day. This one's really cute. That's cute and sad. I love it. What to do if Dad gets a new mom? I need some help to get there. But I figured it out in the end. Thank you for everything. Aww, fuck. Just this page just teared me up, and then seeing the wedding photo beside it on the next page over, my poor heart, it can't take this. It's from the developers afterward. That's that. They say that grief is love with no place left to go. And I think that idea holds true to so much of Twofold, Heroic Circle, and life itself. Every day is a step forward, and I'm so happy I could share this small part of my life with you all. It's hard to cherish something so painful as loss, but it's important to remember it's there for a reason. They're going to be okay. They are, too. We are, too. To my friends, to my family, and to every person who shared this journey with us. Thank you, take care, and be well. See you soon for the next adventure. Heroic Circle was never supposed to exist, not really. I had begun working on it by myself years ago when my work on Twofold had dried up at the time but desperately needed something to lose myself in. While going through one of the worst periods in my life. I poured a lot of my grief into the project, treated it as a means to work through what life had thrown at me, and that was fine because I was never going to see the light of day. Oops. As I was talking to Theo through Twofold's main story beats after they had agreed to help CGs, I offhandedly mentioned the project to them, and at that point, long since shelved. A day later, they had a pitch ready to review and were asking for my blessing to revive it. For something that only existed due to several miracles stacked atop each other. I really do consider Perfect Circle as vital, both to Twofold storytelling as well as means to self-reflection and healing. It resonates with even a single other person. If it resonated with even a single other person, all the better. Thank you for reading, and thank you to Theo for seeing its potential and making it really special. A word from Scion. The use of Twofold has been one of life's most significant markers. An achievement that all those who worked on it should be proud of. Yet it is my opinion that the crown jewel of this project, the thing that will reveal itself as its endearing hallmark, is Perfect Circle. The amount of effort and love in both the story and presentation cannot be understated, as it perfectly sharpens Twofold's strengths into a fine point that will tear your heart out. For the rest of my life, when I think of Twofold, I'm going to think of Perfect Circle first. Caps and Theo have made something poignant, effective, and deeply moving. I'll always love you, and I want this to help you remember that. I always love you, and I want this to help you remember that. But even when I'm gone, you won't ever be alone. Take care. Love you forever. And that is sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't have the extremely upbeat music playing. Because that's weird. It's a weird tone shift. You just have up music all of a sudden after having sadness. But that is the end. That is everything that Perfect Circle has to offer for the time for now. For me and you, I will personally be going back to going back to this another date to look over properly, like, you know, look at it more in depth because it's beautiful. The game just stopped music because I tabbed. I did the thing. I did a thing on my end. Sorry. We'll get the music back up for posterity's sake. But it was beautiful. The art was great. The story told both the art book one and the stand alone. Fuck you. Portion that is the visual novel aspect of it. I didn't go through all of it, the visual novel part, the actual standalone that much. All I went through properly was the last half of scene 7 called Unbroken. And I went through the bonus scene that was only in the standalone version, Perfect Circle. And I've just been going through the whole OST in general because the OST is amazing. And it's James J, person who made Perfect Circle, who did the soundtrack, amazing work. Lovely. I love it. It's good. Music is amazing. It's great. Everyone who worked on Perfect Circle and Twofold, they did an amazing job. They made such a great story that conveys the emotions that I'm not good at taking my thoughts, I'll be honest with you. But like, the story is great. Music, everything about it, visuals, amazing. It's such a moving story. Especially it breaks my heart so much to think about how Perfect Circle and the story itself of the main story of Twofold, the whole main conflict of Twofold, derives from personal experiences from, I believe it was Caps. I think it was Caps, but it breaks my heart thinking about that. And I can't believe it's lovely that he shared it with us. An amazing story and all that stuff. Share with us the experience. It's lovely. Once again, I'll send the message again. Even though it's pinned, I don't care. Go get it yourself. Go get your own copy of Perfect Circle. Go play the Twofold. Experience the story. You get attached to the characters. It's lovely. It's a great story. It's great art. Soundtrack amazing. Go do that. I need to find someone to raid in a moment. Oh, but it's just great. Go experience Twofold yourself. It's lovely. Anyways, I don't have anyone to raid because the person I usually raid, I've spent so long reading the art book that the person I usually raid has gone offline. And that's okay. That's okay. Because it was a lovely experience. Thank you, Caps. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, everyone who worked on Perfect Circle and Twofold, for sharing the story, characters, and everything with us. I ain't got much else to say, I think, because it's just a good story. It's just a good story. Again, go pick it yourself. It's lovely. Go do it. It's a lovely story. And, I will see you tomorrow, I think. don't think there's stream. I don't think there's anything planned for tonight. If I do stream tonight, that's whatever. But I will definitely see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, for a more light-hearted experience. Something less sad. But until then, have a lovely evening, day, afternoon. I will see you guys then. Bye-bye! I'm gonna go cry now.